So you've built an amazing tool, right? It does incredible things, the code is solid, but does it look the part? Today, we're going to talk about how to take those brilliant but maybe a little clunky technical tools and turn them into polished, professional applications that people will actually love using.
Okay, let's just be real for a second. Have you ever built a script or utility that works like a dream, but the interface feels a bit, cobbled together? Yeah, you're not alone. It's a super common thing when you're focused on making it work. But that first impression, it matters a whole lot more than you might think.
All right, let's get into it. We're starting with the big why. I mean, why should a technical expert like you even care about UI design? Well, because a good interface isn't just about making things look pretty. It's actually a critical part of how well your tool works and whether it succeeds or not.
Think about it like this. If your tool looks messy or confusing, people are going to hesitate. They might think it's buggy or just not worth their time, and it doesn't matter how powerful the engine is under the hood. A professional UI is like your tool's handshake. It builds confidence right from the get-go.
This right here, this lays out the stakes perfectly. On one side, you've got the clunky UI. It leads straight to users getting frustrated, which can cause some really costly mistakes. And in the end, people just give up on it. But with the professional UI, the whole story flips. Users feel confident, they get their work done faster, and suddenly everyone wants to use your tool. It's the same functionality, but with two totally different outcomes, all because of the design.
So where do we even begin? Well, I want you to think about building an interface, like building a house. Before you start picking out paint colors or furniture, you need a solid blueprint. And in the world of UI design, that blueprint is all about layout and something called visual hierarchy.
Visual hierarchy sounds like a fancy term, but it's actually super simple. All it means is you're intentionally making the most important stuff stand out. It's how you tell the user, hey, look here first, then go over here, and after that, click this. You're literally creating a clear, effortless path for them to follow.
So how do you actually make this blueprint? It really just boils down to 3 easy steps. First, group related things together. I mean, all your file buttons should be in one spot, right? Second, create that hierarchy. Make your main action, like the run button, bigger or a different color. And third, arrange everything so it flows naturally, just like reading a page, top to bottom, left to right. Simple.
All right, our blueprint is done. Now it's time to furnish the house. And in UI, our furniture is the components. The buttons, the sliders, the drop-downs. Choosing the wrong one is like trying to turn a screw with a hammer. Sure, you might get it to work eventually, but it's going to be super frustrating and messy.
This little chart is your best friend. Look, you use a slider when someone needs to pick a value in a range, like volume from 0 to 100. But you wouldn't use it to pick small, medium, or large, right? That's what radio buttons are perfect for. And if you've got a long list, like all 50 states, a drop-down saves a ton of space and keeps the interface clean. Using the right tool for the job is a huge step toward making things clear.
Okay, we've got the structure, we've got the right furniture in place. The final step is the polish. This is the stuff that turns a functional house into a beautiful home. It's that little bit of magic that takes an interface from just working to feeling truly professional.
And here are the 4 pillars that'll get you there. First, and this is a big one, alignment. Just line things up. It's probably the single biggest giveaway of a pro design. Second, use color strategically to guide the eye, not just to decorate. Third, white space. Let your elements breathe. Don't cram everything together. And finally, use 1 or 2 clean, readable fonts and stick with them. Now, if you remember nothing else, remember this. About 90% of what makes an interface feel professional comes down to just 2 of those things: consistent alignment and good spacing. Seriously, if you've only got a little bit of time, focus on that. It is by far the highest impact change you can make.
So we've talked about the blueprint, the components, and the polish. We've kind of gone from an empty lot to a fully designed house, right? Now let's see what happens when we put all of these ideas together and actually look at the final transformation.
We started with a tool that, yeah, it worked, but visually it was chaotic. Buttons everywhere, no clear focus. But by applying these really simple principles, grouping things, creating a hierarchy, and adding that final polish, we've made something that doesn't just work well, it inspires confidence. It's actually a pleasure to use. The difference is just night and day.
And if you take just one thing away from all this, let it be this quote. The goal is not to be fancy or artistic. The goal is clarity. Every single choice you make should about one thing: making your tool easier and more intuitive for the person using it. That right there is the heart of professional design.
And that's where we'll leave it. I want you to think about this question.
Looking at one of your own projects right now, what's the one small change, maybe just lining up a few buttons or adding a little bit more space, that you can do right now to get started?
Thanks for joining me.